Hello and happy Monday, September 8th. It's a lovely, wonderful day today here in Rocky Mountain House. It's getting dark already, which is really good for me because then I start to realize that I'm supposed to be here and making cards with you guys as opposed to running around outside doing the last minute. So I had friends over last night actually and I was busy gardening right up until the minute that they came. And I say gardening because of course that's my new buzzword to make all things weeding much nicer outside. They giggled, they thought that's a good idea. So yes, when the sun is still bright and shiny, I'm still digging in the dirt and pulling up stuff. But yeah, yesterday I cleared out one little area and I'm still sort of in summer season, but one of my girlfriends showed me the More Than Autumn. She showed me a card class that she was doing with More Than Autumn. And I was like, what? That's still available? It's not only just not available, it's in our catalog, for goodness sakes. I'm like, get out. I have to tell you that with the online and us being, well, now that's interesting. Okay, it's not in the catalog. Totally trusted her. I'm gonna have to check this out. I'm confident that it's still available, but I believe it's probably on. I don't think it's even Last Chance. I know I looked at it, and it's even got a bundled savings still, by the way, but it is not in the main catalog. Because should it not be under stamp sets? More than Autumn. Let's see. Let's check things out here. Where am I? Lori LaRose, Stampin' Up. So I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Have been for 22 years, started all the way back when, 2002. Well, that's why. That's why I've been saying 23 years, because it is 2025 right now, and I did start in 2002. I started in October, so I'm just about 20. Oh, that's right. I'm going to be 23 years. Oh my gosh, me and math, not even. Okay, what am I looking at? More Than Autumn. Hang on one second. I don't know if I know the bundle thing. I need to grab my stamps anyways. Hold on. I sat down and I was like, oh, rats. They're all over there. So my Active Stamping has a group called Creativity for Everyone. And you're welcome to join. It's totally free. We'd love to have you come over there. More Than Autumn. I'm going to just punch this in here. 164228. And oh, I was like, why am I bringing that up right now? Colors of the week, and we've got a new color of the week, and it's Real Red. So I thought, oh, I'm going to pull out Real Red. We're going to make some leaves. Okay, it is 100%, coordinates with a bundle. I'm not sure what part it's in, but it's definitely online. It has a bundle, and the bundle is still savings, got savings of for $65.50. So that number is, what would that number be? Well, you can find it when you go on here, but I'd love for you to buy it with me. In fact, I was thinking about it when I was coming on, and I thought, love it so much that I will send you, let me know that you've had that shipped to you with using me as your demonstrator, and I will send you a card with some embellishments in it, a package of embellishments. Dun, 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 dun. September is always fun to be playing around with ordering and stuff. So that bundled savings is 164076, and it has all sorts of great words. It has all sorts of fun stuff. So I'm going to make some sort of card today. We'll see how that goes. And they are not, they're not pairing it with any paper at this point. But that's okay, and that's great. There is a few different papers. I'm going to pair it today. Hi, Keisha. Keisha made a beautiful card. Check out her live. She was on Can't. I always say that, Keisha. It's so bad. She's totally a great crafter. Can't Spell Crafter is what she's called. And it is with a, and I always thought it was all with a K, but it's actually not all with a K. Sorry, I'm bouncing around here like crazy. I'm going to bring you in here. So I even brought in a whole bunch of die cuts already. Dun, 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 dun. Not positive where that one comes from, but that's okay. All right, so that might come in handy. I am absolutely loving the sunflower. Can I just tell you, it's stunning, yes. So we're going to use that And the sad thing will be that I will need to cover it up once I start putting a couple coffee cups. So you guys that watch me regular, thank you. A, thank you. I love having you guys join me all the time. But B, also know that I am loving this drinks one that is also. So I'll throw that in too if you are like finally break down and need to get that. I feel like it's supposed to be in this. I cannot believe that it wouldn't be in the thing. So it's in the catalog somewhere, on the online. What am I looking for right now? Oh, the drinks. And of course, when I'm looking for it, I'll never find the drinks. But if you purchase the drinks bundle as well, I will send you some beautiful. I can't find it. Anyways, you all know I love the drinks. I guess I just really like drinking. And whether it's hot or cold, I'm easy. What am I looking up? I'm looking up something. Oh, I was kind of looking that up. Oh, you know what? I was going to put on Facebook so that I could watch your guys' comments. I knew there was something I was going to do. And I'm way back. I'm on YouTube as well. So if you're catching this and you're like, oh, you know what? I need to come back and do this. Facebook's only saving, Facebook is only saving our cards, our lives for like a month. And so I've been putting them over on YouTube, and you can watch them over there. You also might be able to search for them a little tiny bit with hashtags of like the technique that you remember that I used or something. And I've got to get the proper 3D sunflower, but I'll be posting those. So from this set, there's all sorts of beautiful dyes. Like I said, they say spice, pumpkin, hot apple, like cocoa, hot cocoa. And this one's super cute. It says nothing better than, which is, you know, it's so funny because I'm sure we had a stamp set called Nothing's Better Than the year or two before this. But grateful it's finally pumpkin season, say, for instance, we could say. And it goes through Christmas as well. So this is a great set to get and have and own and keep. And for me, if for no other reason except for this fantastic coffee cup to go. Versatile like stink in my mind, because how many people do you know that you can say, hey, have a coffee on me, or have a coffee with me, or whatever, hey? All right. Part of the sip set is online. Oh, right, thanks. Hi, Marlene, how are you doing? All right, hi, Betty. Okay, now I'm being a good girl and I've got people I can say hi. If you take the time to say hi to me, I'm going to try and say hi to you. That makes good sense. So yeah, it's kind of fallish, so we'll start playing with a little bit of fall. So this set, that's what I was going to tell you, has this leaf and it breaks apart, and I'm going to actually add a little tiny bit of color. I do love, as soon as I saw the real red as our color of the week with a beautiful saying, Keisha's in charge of, not in charge, she's doing it, a fabulous job. It's not even a job, that's why I keep changing it. I just love that she's helping with the community and doing some fabulous stuff over there. Sorry, I'm looking for some ink actually. And she posts the colors of the, she posts the color of the week all the time. And then she's found a whole bunch of great sayings. And I really, really love them. I love reading those as well. So I got daffodil. As soon as I saw the real red as the color of the week, I thought, oh, I need to pull out my maple leaves, because I do love working with maple leaves. So again, I've been a demo for a couple decades, and through all those years, we definitely have had some falls, and we have lots of fun making cards. Many of us that have been around with me for 100 years have the most beautiful, what are those called? Banners with the fall colors. They're so fabulous. Okay, so I think I will try to do these too. So I'm just adding with a dauber a little tiny bit of, it's sort of actually the poppy, but I believe this might have had, likely had Cajun on it. And when you go over top of the yellow, or when you go over top of a green base, surprisingly, when we make the leaves through the year, through this next coming month, as I make a whole bunch of different leaves from different sets, we will show you that. So there's that. Now, I don't know how well we can put this together until we get down to business. So even on the red ones, I'm going to just add a little tiny bit of something to the edges so that it adds a little something, something. Does that make sense? Oh, don't be booing red. It's lovely. I actually had to laugh because Keisha does not like red, and I was going to make a comment, and I was like, no, I want to see her make something. I think you actually did do something in red most recently. She does all sorts of monochromatic things. Today she worked with this color, Cajun, and it was fantastic, can I just say. Look how pretty these are, like stinking Lincoln. Isn't that nice? So now I can snap these guys into here, but until I get it glued down, it won't be quite 100%. And I didn't know if I'd like the red inside or not, but I'm going to put a little bit more color on here, and that'll probably help. But yes, Keisha used some awesome DSP today. All right, and then likewise, I can snap these guys down onto here. Cool. And I could even, if I'm not liking the whole rimmy thing, I can even put these guys back in on them own selves. And I like that too. So all sorts of options. And I think I might like tone on tone itself better. So pop that guy out. Come out, wherever you are. All right, come on. What did you guys do for the weekend? It was so nice out. I went golfing, today. And, oh, I played really well. I was actually quite pleased with myself, with my hits. My putting, on the other hand, wow. I'd get up to the green, and then it'd be like, miss. Not by a lot, but miss, miss, and miss. Ah! So I did the sunflowers in pecan pie, and okay, honestly, like, that's the card, the end. I don't even need to do anything. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, so scrumptious. Not sure what I would back that onto for a full-on card with anything that I have around here, but oh, just a piece of espresso. Ba-ba, done. Anyways, I think this is a beautiful set. No, a beautiful embossing folder. But I'm going to use it as the background of my card. I do need to give a little wipe up here of where I did the chalking, or else, not chalking, but the, you know what I'm trying to say, the inking. Oh yeah, the autumn toil. All right, wipe it up here. Hello, Allie, how you doing, hon? All right. And I think, did you see Allie the other day when I was working with these guys to show off the Christmas ones? I think it was just Vicky. No, Anita gave us a number. They're totally still live. So for you, if you're wanting to pick those up, I will also throw in what do you call it? A set of embellishments with that. So basically, buy a bundle this week and get a card and embellishments from me. Mr. Dress Up. No, I'm just teasing. Okay, so when I looked at my little guy and I wanted to use real red, it said I could use real red and crumb cake and pecan pie together. And I thought, oh, that'll be nice. Oh my goodness sake. Sorry, you guys. I can't get my scissors over there. I was right. Was I really loud? Hopefully you didn't see any weird part of my thing. I cut some out in copper too. I love using either the copper or the gold, silver. Foils are always fun. We got some actually new foils this year, and I should grab them for you to look at. I am doing a paper share actually, and it's a super fun idea and a super fun way to get lots of paper. I need to actually post a whole posty thing with it. But I'll show you these foils. Here they are. And you get a whole stack of papers. So some of the pretty things that I worked with the other day, more fall papers. The Aurora Borealis. And then there's that toll. It's such a weird word because it's toile. It seems like it comes out of my mouth just fine. I read it fine in my mind, I mean, and then when I go say it out loud, it just doesn't really work. So it's like $46, $47 plus some Canada Post to get it to you. And you get 8 different packages. Shipping is $7. Sadly, all of our postage went up. But $7 to get it to your house. And yeah, super fun. And you get a package, because I'm into giving away embellishments right now. You'll get a package of embellishments sent along with. So these are these guys. These are Cloud Cover, Pretty in Pink, and Strawberry Slush. And that's the cloud cover on that side. How pretty, hey? So it's floral. And then funny that I have all the floral up because, oh, it's on the other side. There's also like a check and something else. This little guy. Can you see that online? Hopefully. Anyways. All right. So, but foil is fun. All right. So, I need to stamp and color a couple of these guys. I find myself that if I get going a little bit too crazy, now I don't know if we want to have, we could still have, so these could be hot chocolate marshmallows, or they could be ice cubes, just saying. But then I guess you wouldn't see the ice cubes. Well, you could, this could still be sorta. Okay, so I'm gonna stamp this in black, and for a limited time, if you guys have been waiting for the black Memento ink refill to put into your white pigment ink pad to make your own stamp pad. Remember, when you do get it, you want to make sure you don't need very much. I don't know if you can see, but like it's not even an 1/8 of ink on there. And I have never, since I started talking about this, how long ago was that? A long time ago. Some of you are like, yeah, like 100 years ago, be quiet. It's never given up. Let's go with that. It just continues to be perfectly inky. So I'm going to stamp. So I was having a class here the other day, and because of the way that my room is, all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get you guys some blocks. Like, we're stamping away and I had no blocks for them to work with because they're all over my room. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so I'm going to do 2 of these because that's more friendly. I feel, oh, I don't know if that may hit it or not. Oh, it didn't. Good gracious. Hopefully this will go here. Yay. So I love using this ink pad because it delivers a fabulous, oh my goodness, what a mess. It delivers a fabulous image. Like, it's just nice and solid. I don't know, for lack of any other better word. It's just really, really lovely. Okay, and I'm going to see, ooh. So if your photopolymer gets a little not as sticky as you'd like it to for sticking on here, this will be fine. But you just wash them under some water with soap and they bounce back pretty darn good. They're not perfect, but they bounce back pretty darn good. So I need to angle this guy. Yeah, so that's one. And then hopefully here I can do another one. He's got to be so close. Okay, so now the one downfall of doing it that way, oh, I could have just done it straight up. But I do like to put the foam sort of on top of there. I'll show you how, oh, and both of them are like that. Oh, for goodness sakes. But I'll show you a hack if you don't have. I like to have a little anchor for things to glue on because otherwise, which is why lots of times I don't actually, on nice straight lines. I love that this is here and I could use it if I wanted to, but I also just like cutting out. In this case, I like to cut it out because I'm going to leave this on here. I'm going to trim it in, but I'll leave a little bit up here, and then that has something for the foam to actually glue onto, because otherwise it's just on the rim. And if you're going to pop it up onto dimensionals, there's sort of nowhere for it to, you just put it all on dimensionals, which is fine too, but looking at the way the other ones are, give you the cutting guidelines kind of thing. So when I haven't done that there, The other thing that you can do is cut right down to the line. And of course I have the foam right there. If I decide that I want to have the foam, well, let's just do it and we'll see what we do. But what you can do is take a little piece and just glue it onto the back, and then the foam can go on there as well. So you can, I don't know what that would be called, an appendage? An appendage? I'm not sure. It's like a little bridge. I have a little frog in my throat. Can you hear it as I'm talking? And I have to say, I probably prefer to do this guy, but, and I have a tough time with doing this in black, sorta, because I feel like I want to do it in like soft, smoky gray, smoky slate like. Now this one I cut straight low, right? Because he's going to go on top of the coffee cup. And see, now I can put glue there, and I can put him on there, and he's got lots of place to glue. Didn't finish cutting that, did I? I've done these in like soft blue, even stamped off blue, but also black is fine. Okay, the other thing that I can do is I could leave some on here. Let's see how that goes. If I put the coffee cup, I don't think putting the coffee cup over top of the foam makes any sense, but let's see. We'll try it both ways for you so you can have half an idea. I like to explore options with you guys so that you feel more comfortable and confident when you get yours brought home. So you can do this as well. So the foam falling out over top or the foam inside the cup, right? Personally, I think over top, even though you wouldn't really want the foam to be going over top because you'd be in trouble. The other thing actually, and I didn't do this on purpose, but the other thing that's kind of nice is if you cut out your sleeve, right? In real life, this sleeve would be cut out. So you do want to cut. So most of the time I like to cut with a little bit of space because it makes it easier to do a nice job. I always tell the kids, so I make cards with the kids, do that. And actually almost if you cut on the inside of the line, so I'm going to cut right smack in the middle of the line basically. But then when you have that on there, it just gives that little tiny bit of dimension. And you may not, I don't know, can you even see it? It's pretty subtle, but it still is. In real life, there's a little tiny, now there's a sleeve on top of that. And since I already had it cut or stamped, we'll go with it. Probably, I might not leave it on, it depends, but we'll go with it for 5 seconds here. So in the dies, which like I've told you 1,000 times, I love in the dies, there's either a coffee or a latte to write on here. Spice, I think the word spice fits on here, but I don't know that apple does. Come on, you little S. Oh no, totally doesn't. What am I thinking? Anyway, so the latte totally does. And so I can bring this on and put latte on the cup there if I'd like. Okay, so we've got pecan pie. We have some spicy deals. We do not, oh, you know what? I did do one in this color because I really like it. I did do the latte in this because we could add a little bit of blue. I love blue in the fall. Maybe we might do that. Maybe we really will do that. I'm going to actually color with those. So that is Summer Splash. And we'll color in some blends here. I will say I made a boo-boo just now. I like to color, prefer to color on a bigger piece of paper, and I cut after I've colored. So I'm not really quite sure what I was thinking there. That's okay. I'm allowed to be a crazy pants sometimes, and especially on a Monday. So what did we do for the weekend? We had company over yesterday. I gardened. I was busy watering like a fiend. It is so dry here. So people were saying it rained here in Rocky. And I was like, really? And I went walking tonight with my pup. And like literally, you could still see where it had spit. Literally had spit into the one sand road that I have. And it was just like, seriously, if this is the sand road. Oh, you can't see it with that color. That's too bad. But you get the gist, kind of. It was literally like you could literally see every drop dot that had happened. It was sort of sad and pathetic, actually. I'm just going to see if you guys are talking. Oh, yes. Those are stunning. Vicky said those are stunning, and I'm not quite sure. I don't think you mean my leaves, although they are stunning. I feel like something else might have been said. Something stunning. My nails are quite stunning. Teasing. I'm trying to get actually myself, I don't know why, but it's like pulling teeth. I love making the cards. I love to do reels. I love to see you guys make comments on my reels and that it gets picked up and goes for it and stuff. But do you think I do them? No. And the way I make my cards, of course, I don't glue them on. So I'm halfway able to work with it. It shouldn't be that big of an effort to actually make my reels. But I had my nails done for a couple days now, and I'm like, oh, they're looking so good. I should just get onto a reel. I need to pick some fall colored paper and substitute out with the same cards that I've been making. I'm just thinking in my brain all these things. And then this morning, one of them chipped. Oh, I was like, I gotta fix that. But that's okay. Okay, so that's pretty. And then I'm gonna put just a little bit of glue onto this guy and glue him on. And I am going to actually put him onto the extra sleeve because I think that's a good idea. And then I'll make one more sleeve down the road here. It's hard not to overdo that guy, can I just say? And then I'll put a little bit of glue on here. So see, isn't that nice? Now I have some place to put this onto. And then I can cover him up. And a little bit of glue on the back of. And I don't think you'd want a dimensional. You could put 2 or 3 of these in a row. I would not really love to do that, but all the stamping and cutting, I mean, but it might be kind of nice as far as on there. Definitely if you made a boo-boo on your coloring, that would be good. And if you get a little bit of Wink Stella, and then you can put a little bit of shimmer on your whipped cream. And that, I don't know why, but I feel like that makes it all beautiful. So there's your little latte. Super cool. All right, I am sad to cover this up, but so now in this case, I am going to trim my little, I kept the little tiny bit that I had, but I'm going to trim up my whipped cream because I'm totally putting it over top of the cup. So I trim right up to the line. Now in this case, if I go to put this on here without anything, it's like super sad because there's no place to glue it. So I literally just grab, what did I do with that little piece of paper that I just had here? Is it underneath here? No. Did I throw it on the floor? What did I do with it? Anyways, here's another one. Oh, that's a thanks for being you. That'll be cute. And so, I think the right color. Here's a piece. Okay, so just any random piece of paper, and I'm just going to trim him up just a tiny bit because he's a little bit fat. And I'm just literally going to put glue basically all over the whole darn thing. I'm going to put some of the glue on this side and put him here. Oh, I'm laughing because, well, it's still wet. Chop it off there. Okay, so now the only place that he's really glued is there. Glued? He's glued there. But it's just about the only place you have because there's really no place if you don't want to overlap it too much, if that makes sense. So, and if that doesn't feel right, you can make it fatter, obviously. Like I could put a whole strip here, right? And that might make me a little bit happier, actually. Putting glue on another piece here. So I am going to use a little tiny bit more to secure him down. Boo, Lori. I'm trying to do this, I guess, fast for some reason or another. But basically, I'm just anchoring my foam on. I don't want it falling out. All right. So, and then I can put him over top of that guy. So I will come in, I never glue anyways, but I will come in with an extra. And I might put latte on both of those, or I might not. We'll see. We'll see what we can come up with now. So I don't think I can go right onto here. I think that'll be a little bit sad. Sad's not the right word, but I don't know if it'll stand out enough. I think it needs a little bit of grounding. So, and it could get grounded by totally with a circle or a shape or something, possibly even with a word. I don't know with any of these words, no, but with a sentiment. And this one's not big enough, but if you had a good size sentiment, he's still not got enough grounding. He still needs a little tiny bit more. That's okay. So we're going to work with that. And because I was going to work with crumb cake, I'm trying to figure out if I want a white one. This is going to be a little bit too big, but so a white one. Or if I had it in crumb cake, would that be kind of fun? I often like the brightness of white. So, okay. And do I want a circle? Maybe not. Maybe I just want a little bit of a shape. We have a few different shapes right now. Oval is always nice. We don't actually have ovals, I don't think, right now, but I have ovals. When you've been around as long as me, I tell you, you have a few different things. I do love me an oval. Oh, you know what? There's a cool tag. I think it was in the last. Yes, it wasn't in the current one, but there has been, I think that's good. Oh, rats. I'm just finding a crumb that I can use here. A crumb of crumb cake. Sorry, that's in poor humor for me. I am just looking for a small piece to cut, but I'm going to have to cut a whole big piece. Paper Pumpkin is selling nowadays pieces isn't a good word. They're selling die kits, dies. Spit it out, Lori. The latest one had strawberries in it, which I have to tell you, I lost my strawberry set. I'm not quite sure where it went. My whole Paper Pumpkin has gone. I've got the latest one, which was, what is it called? Oh, I can't read it. When I get over to the other side, I'll see it in a second. But this is from that, so hopefully, I think it'll work good. Farmhouse Florals was the latest one. And it has sweet little dies. This was from the month before. They're still available, though I do know that. And it's got a tag, so I'm going to throw that in here. Probably this will work. And some leaves. And I'm going to say, I need to have this totally on here. Oopsie. Season. That is yet another color. If I like the word spice. No, I don't think I'm going to bring the bronze in. And I don't know if I cut out spice in any other color. That's okay. But I think I might put spice season. So grateful for, is that a word? Grateful it's finally spice season. This calls for spice. Oh, that might actually be cute. This calls for spice. Nothing's better than spice. Love you more than latte. You had me at. That's cute too. And spice season is the best. So there's lots of different words that you can use on there. And there's even a little an ampersand for you to throw stuff on. I brought in a couple different things. Now, I don't think I can use the garden green, but garden green was one of the main colors that I could work with. I need to bring some red in here. Other than the leaves, I got no other red going on here, you guys. Dun, 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 dun. All right. so, and I have to say, if I do this in red, what are you going to think? Christmas, 1010%. So there's no way I can do that one in red, but I can bring in my little red leaves. So pretty, I love it. Okay, so I got some red leaves going on here. I got some green alligators, and I'm liking those guys. Nice. So I could almost bring in some of these leaves. I'm going to just trim this guy up because he's broken anyways. Oh yeah, yoy. I don't mind that. Okay, so I'll bring this guy over too. Always gets a little bit quiet when I'm crafting like a fiend. I always feel like, well, I don't know why. I don't always feel like it. Sometimes I feel like I need to be rushing to finish off the cards. Okay, I'm trying to think what I'm going to write for words. You guys are like, would you please glue something down? Everything's flying all over the place. You're driving me crazy. So once I get these getting glued, it'll work out good. Nice. Okay, that's looking good so far. And now I need some words, and I need to know, I don't know if I can put this on red. And like I said, I can't actually add red in. So I started out with red. So you never know where you're going to go. You might think you're working within parameters of a goal. But inspiration is, the coolest thing about inspiration is it doesn't necessarily, you don't have to stick to the rules of inspiration. So I may have started with real red, and now you see like 2 leaves, and meanwhile I pulled in summer splash. Is that what it's called? Summer splash? I think so. Oh my goodness sakes, I have Coastal Cabana in here instead. So Summer Splash is somewhere on my desk. I think it's Summer Splash though. Summer Splash. So yeah, you might start thinking, oh yeah, I'm doing that. And then all of a sudden it's like, maybe not. Now for a real fall look, I should grab the red and just see what it would look like. And I gotta figure out words for this. Oh, and I could put a little red heart. Ta-da! I'd be like, yeah, what's on here? What is on there? I have several hearts, so I'll just get rid of that guy and bring in a clean one. I don't think I'll keep that on there. Could have it just tucked in here, though. You're like, what are you doing now, Laura? I don't know. Putting an invisible heart in there. Okay, so there's that. So interesting because the pecan pie, that's sort of 2 different tones. Making me almost wonder if this was pecan pie. Pretty sure. Where's that? I think I cut a little tiny piece of it off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so this piece with the sunflowers totally came from this piece right here. And they are exactly the same color. Maybe just slightly. No, they're the same, right? But yet, once it's been, it's totally different. Anyways, I'm going to grab a piece of red and just see what it looks like with real red as a background. Because maybe it'll look stunning. Could look fabulous. And I had a base. Maybe I don't have a base. Just one moment, please. Or I do. I'm just scoring these. I don't know why today, but scoring them at 4 1/4. Let's see what it looks like when I throw it onto here. So I kind of like it. Hi, Marianne. I feel like instead I would like to have it with a base of it. But do I have any? I should have a red base here. I do. Have it with a base around this and then still put it on here. I feel like that might be best. So I had it cut, and it, of course, because it's got such dimension, this was 3 3/4 by 5. And then once it's gone through the dealio, it's a little bit smaller again. And then the red base. So now some words is all I need at this point. And possibly, I'm not positive, do I have one of those bows in that color? I should have, but Shamrock I have it in. Yes. This is very technically this color, summer whatever. So I can put that pretty summer splash on, or I can tie a red bow. And I don't even need to tie a red bow because I should have 4010 reds, hey? Oh, a very, very bright red. Oh, this will be better maybe. Okay. Ooh, the twine. Ooh, that might be really nice. Let go of me. So that's a shiny red. That's okay. This is a grow grain from 100 years ago. That actually looks okay too. And then there's a twine. Oh, it has the, you know what? I thought the twine would be the best with the colors, and I don't like it as much actually. So I don't know if I'd go red. Of course, Keisha can't chime in on this, but should I go red or that blue? I feel like I gotta go with the red to pull in that red. Now the only other thing, because I'm trying to work with red and make it a fall card, I feel like that might be the thing, but one more second here. And I can make 2 cards. Won't take much to replicate this. If I pull in the Summer Splash, and I do not think I have, oh, no. Hold on, maybe I do. No. Sorry, I'm just looking to see if I have a base of it already. I don't think so. Oh, I have so much of the other stuff. Okay. Nope, that's not it. That's Shamrock. I'll have to find the Summer Splash and Shy Shamrock are so similar that until you actually pull them up beside each other, man, even then I don't necessarily have it. Oh, you know what? I think that's Coastal Cabana. Coastal Cabana. Then I really get messed up when I put Coastal Cabana in here and it's not the right color. All right, so we're going to cut this guy, and then cut this guy. All right, 2 chances and choices here. Make a card base. Final answer. Does that show my age? Okay, so that's a fall card. Blue. I told you don't get to chime in. Okay, so that is a fall looking card with a little splash of pretty blue. Now, if we want to just revolutionize and change this to be not quite so fall, we could put it straight onto here perhaps. Still kind of fallish, obviously, but a little bit less. I'm finding that I'm not liking this straight up, so I did prepare that, and I've got the base of it to be able to put a base on, and then still over onto this paper pumpkin. Not paper, onto the, what do you call it? You know what I'm trying to say. I'm just going to trim this because it's just a little bit big anyways, and it's driving me a little bit crazy. Pecan pie. So we know Keisha's thinking this one. Do you guys have a preference between these two? And are you thinking you need to make 2 cards? I think this was pretty as well. So again, you don't have to stick. Just because we were working with Real Red as a starter point, and Real Red as a color doesn't mean like I can't do it again tomorrow. So we can always do that. I do really like this little tag back there. The circle was a little bit much. I could maybe still do the tag in white, but anyways. And then okay, so now I need to have a little tiny bit of words. So I have a little tiny thanks for being, you know what, I think I just really don't like the way that I've cut this out. That might have been the whole problem the whole time. Hold on. I've never used this one yet because I feel like I never really liked it. Thanks for being you. And you know what? I feel like that's stamped in a slightly wrong color, but anyways. So I could just do that, or you had me at season. You had me. Nothing's better than grateful. This calls for a latte. Where's the hello? Oh, I know. We got, with this guy actually, if I'm working with that anyways, there's a little hello in here. Hello? Where's my hello? Here it is. Hello? Hang on. Hello, hang on. All right, where is that cutting piece? Did it fall on the floor? Did you guys hear me have it go bang? What? Oi, oi, oi. All right, so Friday nights, I didn't lose very much stuff last Friday, but on Friday nights when I'm losing stuff, you guys get to drink, so it's more fun when I lose things on Fridays than on Mondays. I have no idea where that guy went, but fortunately I have a handful. Oh, I just found it. All right. Let's see this. So this hello comes in the same one as the tag, so that actually works out nicely for some continuity. And then we can have a hello. Ooh, lost the leaf there. Kind of weird. I don't know why that is such a weird color. I'm sure that's the color. I don't know what else it could be, but it's not the right color. So the hello is a little bit off, but pretend it's the right color. Do you like the words hello? I like it. Ta-da! There it is, you guys. Okay, so taking these pieces, I'll have to work with them another day. Thank you for sending some hearts for me. Yay. We'll have to come back. We'll have to revisit red and pumpkin pie another day. Yay! So offer again, and I will write it into the description as well. If you are buying a bundle from me, choose me as your demonstrator. Touch base with me and just say, hey, yeah, choose a bundle, and I'll send you a card along with a package of embellishments for shopping with me this week. If it's really fun and you send me something, maybe I'll even be able to find you the set that you purchase. I'll be able to buy it with, you know what I'm trying to say. I'll be able to make you a card with the set that you purchase, is what I'm trying to say. All right, ladies, gentlemen, if you're watching, thank you very much for hanging out with me. I sure appreciate it. I love making cards, and I like kind of figuring out what the heck I'm doing. I will suggest adding on this darn sunflower when you're putting in your order for your bundle, and we'll go from there. All right, talk to you guys soon. See you later. Bye-bye.